All right, so all your sewage dump hoses are underneath this compartment. It's the first compartment past the generator on the driver's side. You'll remove one of the dump hoses there. There are a couple of there's actually 3 dump hoses on the RV. Some campsites, your dump will be really far away if we're fully connected, so you got plenty of length. What you'll do is you'll get your dump hose, you'll come over to the back of the RV on the driver's side. Inside that storage box, you got this clear and orange elbow. It's to give you an idea of when the tanks are dry. You'll connect the clear and orange elbow onto the long green section of one of the dump hoses. You go down to the pipe, back of the RV. It's just like a quarter turn, and it'll attach onto there. You're gonna want to take the green hose that we provide where all of our valves are at, or sometimes dump stations will have the hose here. As long as it's got a threaded end, you're gonna thread it in to the brass valve on the right as to sanitize the black waste tank. Once you do that, you'll turn your water on. You'll hear like a sprinkler going off inside the black tank. What it's doing is trying to clean the internals of that black waste tank and help keep the waste off of the sensors as well. I gotta mention, I gotta back up a little bit. In order to get that, you'll come over to the valves that are inside the RV here. You'll notice the orientation says 1 and 4 for sanitized tank. So you just rotate these valves to position 1 and position 4. That allows the water in here to activate that sprinkler inside. After it's running, you're gonna come pull the valve on the left. It's the black water. Waste will start pouring out of the tank. You're gonna let that go until it runs mostly clear, and you'll notice that the flow becomes a lot less in volume. Once you get to that point, then you'll come over and you'll pull the gray water holding tank lever. And that gray water, that's like your sink water, your basically just your sink water, your shower water. It'll chase all the black water out of the line. You leave the 2 of those open until you start seeing just mainly a clear amount of water coming through. That clear amount of water will keep coming because it's this hose that's feeding into the sanitation portion of the black tank. Once it's run clear for a while, like it's doing right now, you can close the black tank. You're gonna let it run for about 2 minutes. After running for about 2 minutes, what's going on is that little sprinkler head inside is cleaning the tank. It's filling water up inside of the black tank. 2 minutes on an empty tank is not going to overflow the tank. There's not going to be stuff coming out of the toilet. You're going to be totally fine, but it's going to enable the water level to rise. And then once we pull that valve again, the pressure will help clean whatever is left inside of that tank out. So after about 2 minutes of that happening, you'll come over and you'll pull the black valve again. You notice the gray water holding tank valve is open. It's completely dry. There's nothing else flowing. So we'll just close that so we don't forget. You pull your black line, more waste will come out. And after it's run clear and you're satisfied that all of the black waste has come out of the black tank, then you can close that valve, turn off the hose going to the sanitation line, rotate the dials back to 3 and 5, which is normal operating conditions, so you can use all of the facilities inside the RV. Toilet, sinks, shower, stuff like that, enables the water pump to activate again. Then you just disconnect the sewer hose opposite of how you installed it, pull everything back together, put it back inside the storage area, and you're good. A lot of times, well, what you really should do too is this green hose, use it to wash out that line before you put it away. That's how you dump.